Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Skill RPA. So in this video, we are going to see how we can implement cross-browser functionality for UI automation but without changing any code by just using a single activity. So for that, what is the prerequisite? So you need to have an UI automation packages to be installed, which is the version of 24.4.1 preview or 24.4.2 preview. So as part of our automation, I'm going to implement our automation using Chrome. So whatever I'm building will be using our Chrome, and I'll be entering not much details. I'll be entering only the first name and last name in this. And once we build the application using Chrome, we will execute the same on Edge and Firefox, and we will see, right? So for this, we will be using use application or a browser, and we'll indicate on the screen. And let us change our properties, resize to maximize, and input method to hardware events. So we'll change this later and close never. We want to see how it is getting executed, open if not open, right? And now we will use type into activity, and we will be inputting into first name, confirm, and then we will use type into activity for last name, confirm. So we will be inputting information into only these two tabs or two fields, and we'll see how it is getting executed. And let us see the properties of this. What is the input method? So we'll same as app and browser. So here I'll be changing it to hardware events because the Chromium API may not support the Firefox. So let me run this flow, and we are going to see how it is getting executed on the Chrome. So it is inputting into first name and last name. So my Chrome is successful. Now what we will do is we'll just use one simple activity, which is set runtime browser. And here we'll be changing the browser type to Edge, and we will execute this. Say this. Now it is on the Edge. So this is the Edge browser where we have the information inputted. So I'm closing this, and also I'm closing Chrome. And now I'll change this to Firefox, and let us execute this now. So it opened up Firefox, and it is inputting the information. Perfect. So just simply changing, just introducing one activity without changing our code, we can implement our automation for a cross-browser functionality. And this will help us not only in automation, majorly it will help us in terms of cross-browser testing. As part of our UiPath test suite, we can implement cross-browser testing for any web applications using this particular activity. Now, let us think how we can make it more generic, not only like by changing from the drop down or something, right? If we see here, we have all these properties which are common across majority of our UiPath activities. And the input is the only differentiator for this activity in terms of properties, right? And now I want to implement this more dynamic by getting the name of a browser from assets or from any of outside variables, right? So I'll be creating two variables here. One is browser name, and the other is browser type. So browser type, when it comes to the browser type, what should be our variable type? If you see here, it is n browser type, right? So let us search for n browser type. So we'll select it. Now we created two variables here, and now we'll be passing some default value here. So I'll be putting Firefox. Okay. And how we can implement this in a more dynamic way. Let us assume that like though I have given it as a an default value, let us assume that we are getting it from an asset, right? So here I'll be taking browser type, and here I'll be writing an if condition, right? So if browser name is equal to Chrome, in case if my browser name is Chrome, what I will do is browser type should be equal to browser type dot Chrome. And if it is not Chrome, let us assume that browser name is equal to Edge, right? So browser type should be my Edge. And let us suppose if it is not Edge, and browser name is equal to Firefox, then my browser type should be Firefox. If none of these are matching, then my browser type is going to be, I'll use, do I have default? So we can even have a Safari when you're building your cross-functional, cross-platform workflows when you want to execute it on Mac, right? So I'll use none instead of like having a default or something. I'll try to have none. And let me see where we are doing a mistake. Here we are doing a mistake. We need to have an if condition here, right? And also another if condition here, and we need to close those two. So now the validation is gone. So this is how we will write an if condition inside of our assign activity. And now instead of having a clumsy multiple if conditions, you can just simply keep this in an assign activity. And now I have given it as Firefox here. Let me execute this flow. Now it has opened the Firefox and it is making entry into my application, right? So let me close this browser and let me just simply change this value. And this can be changed from even your assets also. It can be taken from assets and you can change it. So I'm taking Edge and let me run file. Now it opened Edge. Sorry, it is still taking Firefox. Where is my variable? It is Edge, right? Browser name. And in case of it is Edge, it should go with browser type to Edge. Oh, here we didn't change. Here we need to pass the browser type as a variable. Now let me execute this by closing it. Now it should open from the Edge. Perfect. Now it opened Edge and it is inputting the information. So by simply adding this set runtime browser, we can implement our cross-browser automation or cross-browser testing. Hope you like the video. Please like, share, subscribe to Skill RPA YouTube channel, and thank you for watching.